Hello viewers. Students, in this lecture we are going to study next topic in electrochemistry, that is corrosion. Corrosion is an important topic and most often the questions are asked in examinations. Now what is corrosion? Corrosion is the erosion of metals. Metal surfaces are eroded as they are oxidized in air. Metals are oxidized, and after oxidation the metal is eroded, its value decreased, and its surface is eaten away by its oxide, and a great loss occurs due to corrosion of metals, because we see that there are number of metallic equipments, and they all are subject to corrosion. And what is the conditions of corrosion? Conditions of corrosion is that in the presence of air, or we say that oxygen plus water, if these two, air and water, comes in contact with the surface metal, the corrosion occurs. If the metal is not in the presence or not in the contact of air or water, the corrosion will not occur. So we take example of iron. Corrosion of iron is often called rusting, and for this also we see that if it is a iron plate and a water drop is in contact with the surface of the iron metal, then what happens? See, corrosion is also a electrochemical process. This is a electrochemical process. By electrochemical process we mean that there is transfer of ions and electrons, and a chemical reaction takes place so as to complete the electrochemical process. For electrochemical process to occur, there is one anode at which oxidation takes place, and there is one cathode at which reduction takes place. And third necessity of electrochemical process is electrolyte, presence of electrolyte. So these three conditions are to be fulfilled for the electrochemical process to take place. Here anode oxidation means reduction of electron. Oxidation means loss of electrons, and reductions means gaining of electrons. Here what happens? This water is in contact of air, and in air there is oxygen and carbon dioxide. They dissolve, these gases dissolve in water, and then they H2O plus CO2, when carbon dioxide is dissolved in water, it makes H2CO3. This is carbonic acid. This is carbonic acid, and this carbonic acid H2CO3, this after breaking up, after ionization, it forms 2H plus ions and CO3 2 minus. This is the electrolyte. This is the electrolyte for the electrochemical process of corrosion or rusting in iron, and this is ionized in H plus and CO3 2 minus ions. Now we see what is the first step. This is the first step in corrosion, and that water in which oxygen and carbon dioxide is dissolved, that water drop comes in contact with the surface of iron. This is the first step of corrosion. Now what happens? This Fe, it loses 2 electrons, and it forms Fe2 plus. When it loses 2 electrons, one atom of Fe, iron, loses 2 electrons, what happens? It is oxidized. So this point where it loses 2 electrons, this becomes anode at which oxidation takes place. And what is the reaction here? Here the reaction is 2Fe this is the reaction at anode, where iron atom loses 2 electrons, and when 2 atoms of iron loses 2 electrons each, one more atom it loses 2 electron and forms Fe2 plus. So 4 electrons, these 4 electrons and 2 ferric ions, 2 ferrous ions, Fe2 plus. Now these 4 electrons, they are taken up by oxygen, and oxygen is reduced. See, at cathode oxygen is reduced, at anode iron is oxidized. So at cathode, what is the reaction? Oxygen is reduced by taking these 4 electrons. Then what will be the reaction at cathode? At cathode the reaction will be O2 plus 4H plus 4E, that gives us 2H2O. This is a reduction process. Oxygen is reduced, gaining these electrons, and here iron is oxidized after losing 4 electrons. So this anode, the standard electrode potential here is minus 0.44 volt. This is the reaction, oxidation reaction at anode, and at cathode the standard electrode potential is 1.23 volt. Now we take what is the overall reaction of cell. What is the overall reaction of the cell? Cell reaction. What will be the cell reaction? Cell reaction will be 2Fe plus O2 plus 4H 2Fe2 plus 2H2O. By combining these two equations, we get overall cell reaction. So this will be the overall cell reaction. Now, what will be the electrode potential of cell? That will be standard electrode potential of cathode minus standard electrode potential of anode. What is the standard electrode potential of cathode? That is 1.23 volt minus standard electrode potential of anode is minus 0.44. It becomes 1.23 minus plus 0.44. That becomes 1.67 volt. So standard electrode potential of this electrochemical cell is positive. Positive means this electrochemical cell will work. It will work spontaneously. It will work spontaneously, and no external electrical energy is required. So this electrochemical cell will work as the cell potential of the electrochemical reaction is positive. Now this is the mechanism of the electrochemical reaction that occurs in the process of corrosion. Now what happens? We get this 4Fe2 plus, this is combined with oxygen plus 4H2O to make Fe2O3 plus 8H, and this Fe2O3 combines with water, X molecules of water, to form Fe2O3 XH2O, X molecules of water. This is hydrated ferric oxide. Hydrated ferric oxide, or this is also called rust. This is the rust on the iron. This is hydrated ferric oxide. So this was the mechanism. This was the mechanism by which corrosion takes place. It is an electrochemical process, and at anode and at cathode there are different reactions are taking place, and electrolyte is here is HTCO3 providing H plus ions and CO3 2 minus. These H plus ions are used at cathode where oxygen is reduced, and this way the electrochemical cell is formed, and electrochemical standard electrode potential of cell comes to be 1.67 volt, which is positive, which proves that electrochemical cell will work and corrosion will take place. And this ferrous ion is again oxidized to ferric ions, and that is after combining with X molecules of water, it forms hydrated ferric oxide, which is the rust. This was the mechanism. Now the most important part is how to prevent these prevention, because by corrosion the value of metal is lost as the metal surface is eroded and metal is converted into metal oxide. So it is an unwanted process and we would like to prevent it. So to prevent corrosion, there are basically three methods to prevention of corrosion. See, first is barrier protection. What is barrier protection? That we have seen that for corrosion to take place, there are air and water is also required. Then if we cut the contact of air, or moisture from the surface of metal, then there will be no corrosion, no electrochemical reaction will take place in the absence of air and water, and no corrosion will occur. But how to prevent this contact, how to cut this contact? By oil, by covering the oil on the metal surface, iron surface, or by paint. If we paint the outer surface of the metal, that will not come into contact with the moisturized air or air and water. Or we apply grease on the metal surface. So these are some of the processes by which we can prevent corrosion, and this process is called barrier protection. Now the second process is sacrificial protection. Sacrificial protection means some other metal is oxidized in place of the iron. So if we have iron plate here, and we coat it with more electropositive, or the metal which is above this iron in electrochemical series, this is more positive metal. Means if iron is coated with zinc is more electropositive, then what will happen? Even if there is one scratch, then if that comes in contact with air and water, zinc will be oxidized, and because it is more electropositive, so zinc will be oxidized, and this surface of iron will be saved from corrosion. So this way, this is called sacrificial protection. Some other metal sacrifices its electrons, and that metal is oxidized, and the inner metal which is to be saved does not oxidize, is prevented from being oxidized. So this is the way and this electroplating of zinc over iron, this is called galvanization. You must have seen iron bucket in your homes, which is always zinc plated, and that process is called galvanization, and that is the sacrificial protection of iron bucket to get oxidized or to get corroded. Now the third process is called cathodic protection. This is for underground pipes of metal. To protect underground pipes of metal, what we do, suppose this is the underground pipe. There is one pipe of iron which is underground. This is soil which contains salt and water. So to prevent this metal underground, what we do, we connect it with a wire, and a more electropositive plate is attached to it, and which suppose this is iron, then let us say this Mg, magnesium is attached to this wire, and magnesium acts as anode. Magnesium is oxidized because this is more electropositive and it donates electrons, and this metal, this iron piece is protected from corrosion. This acts as anode. This is corroded, but this metal piece is protected from corrosion. So this was the process. These three were the process by which we can protect the corrosion. Thank you for watching the video.